When you're on the black murderers roll, you need permission to call out a fighter that has his hope card, has his hope insurance. We know what time it is. We know what time it is. I mean, what kind of fan sits here and says he doesn't want to see the best fighters fight the best? What kind of fan says something like that? You will never hear me making these ridiculous ass excuses over money, over who I like and who I don't like, making excuses why two undefeated guys should not fight against each other. Only decafs do that shit. Only decafs. Dumb, casual ass fans. And that definition defines a range of different type of boxing fans. From the most ignorant to the new to the racist, so on and so forth. These are the only type of fans that will sit here and say, I don't want to see that fight. Demetrius Andrade is calling out Canelo. Fuck Andrade. All of a sudden, just because Demetrius Andrade called out Canelo, all of a sudden he goes to the top of the coincidental list. You see how that works? Wasn't nobody talking about Demetrius Andrade, not in a negative way, until he called out someone like Canelo Alvarez. This is how it works, guys. This is how it works. You are not hated until you become a threat to a fighter that they like, to a fighter that has his hope insurance. That's when these fighters become a threat. If Andre Ward would have never called out Gennady Golovkin, no one would be talking all this, you inactive bitch, fuck that SOB, and fuck that N-word this and this and that and all this kind of shit. That's why they're saying that shit, because once he became a threat to one of their favorite fighters, then they start letting the fireworks and the bombs go. Right? Because they still fucking butthurt thinking about when Nonito Donaire lost to Guillermo Rigo. They still hurt when it comes to their favorite fighters, like Donaire getting knocked out by Nicholas Walters. They're hurt when it comes to that kind of stuff. And you know what they're saying? When they look at Golovkin, when they look at Canelo Alvarez, they're saying, never again. Never again are we going to even let our fighters get close to getting in the ring with a guy who is a threat on the coincidental list. Man, I know how these guys think, man. I understand the psychology of a decaf. I'm telling you, man. You could talk to me for fucking 5 seconds. And after that 5 seconds, I will damn near know everything that's going to come out your mouth. Because decafs, they are all repetitive with what they say. It's all defaulted emotional talking points. I mean, imagine if you were going to a job interview and you didn't know how to act, right? And someone tried to help you, so he gave you a script of what to say, how to answer certain questions, right? And you go to that job interview, all you have is that script. All of a sudden, when you go to the job interview, the guy at the job is asking you all types of questions that's not on your script. So now you don't know how to answer the questions because why? You prepared for questions that you already knew. That is what you call defaulted talking points. This is what decafs use. They use these defaulted talking points, and once you hit their ass with some logic that they didn't anticipate, they didn't expect, they don't really know how to reply. So that's when they start to deflect and they just come back with some fuck you, bitch, racial slurs, and anything else that has absolutely nothing to do with the actual topic. This is what decafs do. And when I say decafs, you have to understand something. When I talk about what's being said or what's being typed in the comment section, you guys have to understand something. Everything that we see on blogs, online, comment sections, all of that stuff is a reflection of what we hear or see on boxing websites from writers, what we hear from the king of the decafs like Jim Lampley and everyone else that's on that level. So if you're thinking this is just people online with these beliefs and thoughts, then you're being extremely naive. Why do you think HBO employees decided to put Gennady Golovkin on a pay-per-view card against David Lemieux? You know why? Because those employees over there, they were listening to so many decafs talk about how big of a star Golovkin is and he's going to replace Floyd Mayweather, etc., etc., etc. They were reading comments. They were hearing so many decafs say this stuff that some of the employees at HBO, they actually bought the hype. And then they said, yeah, you know what? They're right. This guy is a big star. Put his ass on pay-per-view and Golovkin completely bombed. And what happened to the employee that thought it was a great idea to listen to the decafs and put this guy on pay-per-view to fight against Golovkin? You know what happened to him? His ass got fired because he was listening to these damn decafs in the comment section, on the streets, and everywhere else. So don't be so damn naive to think that the idiots in the comment section is just a small group of boxing fans. No. These people in the comment section are the people that you see and watch every day. That's all I got for now. I'm on to the next one.